Ladies and gentlemen, the President of AIM, Paul Weyrauch.
Thank you very much. I'm not 100% convinced that my little opening speech can live up to the thought of being introduced sort of rock band-like, but we'll give it a go. Welcome to this great evening for Nudging for Good, our award ceremony, and thank you for turning up, so many of you tonight. I hope we'll have a fantastic evening. A warm welcome to all of our guests. We have members of the European Parliament. We have an Italian ambassador amongst us. We have representatives of the Commission, of NGOs, and heads of trade associations. And we are all very grateful that you could make this evening with us. 60 years ago, this Saturday, the representatives of 6 countries met in an even grander room than this one, namely the Palazzo del Conservatore on Capitoline Hill in Rome. It's not Capitol Hill. It has slightly different accent, so don't confuse it with anything going on across the pond. And they set up the Treaty of Rome, and if you take the leaflet, we've included a little picture of this signing of ceremony at the back of the brochure. Few people at the time had an idea about just how big an occasion this would be for our continent. And in spite of all the very many challenges that our continent and our companies and industries are faced, we are all very big supporters of the European idea. As a small expression of this, the best notch will receive tonight the Diamond Award as a tribute to the Diamond anniversary of the Treaty of Rome. And I'm also pleased to see many fellow members of the AIM board and the member companies in the room. But the heroes of tonight are the teams that are here in the hope that their notch project won the big prize. Also the many partners that work with them and the jury that put effortless hours in to make sure we have a great outcome of tonight. I would also like to thank the companies that are hosting a table. You can see the names on the logos. If you're not very clever like I am, you actually don't sit at the table you sponsor yourself. So I hope that there's good service at the Mars sponsors table down there. Brands Nudging for Good. When Alain put this idea to our board about 3 years ago, we paused a little bit and said, we all think we know a little bit about marketing. We all think we do a lot of good work on sustainability in our factories and in our supply chains. And in fact, the AIM sustainability program has been in effort for more than 10 years. But nudging, what was nudging? So our board is a great place to have these kind of conversations, and we took the idea back to our business, to our marketeers, and started talking about it with our nutritionists, with our sustainability teams, and talked about the role that great companies have in society. And we thought that using behavioral insights to help people to adopt to healthier lifestyles, sustainable habits, is a fantastic fit for the notion of branding. So we will see some very impressive examples of this throughout the evening and throughout the award ceremony. We are also very thankful and most grateful for the advice we have received from European policymakers, from the Director General of BEUC, Monique Goins, who unfortunately cannot be here tonight. And she was actually the one that suggested to have an award ceremony back a few years. But we are very pleased to have the BEUC's President, Ørjan Brinkmann, a fellow Scandinavian, with us today, so we'll hear from you later. To gain critical mass, we have decided to offer guidance to brand marketeers to really help our teams in how we nudge for good. So our Nudge Steering Committee, chaired by our MC of the night, Francesco Tramontin, and many of those who are here, have made an easy guide, an easy toolkit, such that we could incentivize our team to get going on this great idea. So who better than the CEO of BVA, who has written many books about the very topic and helped us developing the toolkit, could give us an introduction to nudging. So it's my great pleasure to introduce Eric Sinkler. A warm welcome to you, and let's have a fantastic evening with our teams. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. I'm very delighted to be here this evening, but I have a but. The but is a challenge. I have 5 minutes to explain what is nudge. So I know some of you are experts in this area of nudge, but it seems that some are not. So I have 5 minutes to explain this and to be clear, which is another challenge. So I would like to start with 2 very simple examples of what is nudging. So in nudge, we have only one objective. The objective is to encourage people to switch from an existing behavior to a new desired behavior, which is good for people, for their community, or for the planet. So the first example is about how to encourage organ donation in UK. So what is a nudge in this objective? It is the use of a website page with 2 additional elements. The first is a logo, a red logo to grab the attention of people when visiting the page. The second one, and the most important one, which is on the slide, is the ad of a sentence. This sentence is, if you need an organ transplant, would you have one? If so, please help others. It is what we call in nudge a call for reciprocity. If you do something for me, I have to do the same for you. Just adding this sentence has generated plus 96,000 additional registration in 1 year. So it is a beauty and the paradox of nudge. We can change a very small things and reach a big objective and help people to make the decisions they want to make, but which is difficult for them. Another example, and here the objective is how to reduce littering in the streets of Copenhagen. And here, again, the idea is a very simple one. It is to create some green footprints which indicate where is the nearest garbage bin. When it has been introduced, this generates a decrease by 46% of littering in the street of Copenhagen. So now you know everything about nudge, changing what we call an architecture of choice to encourage people to adopt a desired behavior, to switch from a good intent to the right behavior. Why nudge is so powerful? Because nudge is what we call behavioral economics in action. If you want to change people's behavior, you have to understand what influence people's behavior, and it is the objective of behavioral economics. In 2002, the godfather, the Pope of behavioral economics, have won the Nobel Prize in economics. Now we have 5 researchers who claim to be behavioral economists and won the Nobel Prize in economics. So it is something which is very serious to understand how real people make decisions in real life. And it's only thanks to this that you are able to work in Nudge. Nudge is a wonderful book published in 2008 by 2 professors, Richard Taylor and Kassun Steen. Their idea was very simple. Now we know what shapes our behavior, so could we make more efficient public policy thanks to this knowledge? It was this new approach called nudge. What are the 2 main learnings? There are a lot from behavioral economics experiments. The first one, and it is a bad news maybe not a real news, we are not so rational. For example, it's not because we have the right information that we make the right decision. Think about the planet. Do you think we have the right information about what we do? Yes. Do we change our behavior in a way which is at the level we should do? I don't think so. So it's not because we have the right information, and there are tons of studies on this, that we make the right decision. The second, and maybe it is the most important learning coming from research, I like very much this quote from Duke Professor Dan Ariely. Moreover, these irrational behaviors of ours are neither random nor senseless, they are systematic, and since we repeat them again and again, predictable. So we can create actions which are more powerful, knowing this, what we call cognitive bias. And it is based on this knowledge that we can create more powerful action. So 2002, first Nobel Prize, 2008, the book Nudge, 2009, start of the use of behavioral economics learnings by public policy decision makers. First was Obama administration, and after Cameron, who was the first one to create a nudge unit in UK, and after Merkel, Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, France, and now European Commission, as you certainly know, with the Foresight and Behavioral Insight team. So it has started with public policy. Nudge is not about magic, it's about a rigorous scientific process. So it is about first understanding why people are not in the desired behavior, even if they want to be. And starting from this understanding, you can use the drivers of influence to create new ideas, and at the end of the process, to test these ideas, to check there is a big impact on behavior, and after to deploy if it is successful. So now we know from a scientific point of view that nudge is a powerful approach to encourage people to adopt the new desired behavior. There are a lot of reports coming from different governments and explaining, describing all the research which have been done in this area. And nudge is not only for public policy, and it is what we will see this evening with some great example, because brands are very strong to understand their consumer and to help their consumer to adopt desired behavior. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here mainly to say a big thank you to AIM for inviting all of the contestants to compete for these prizes. It seems to me that the prize giving and hopefully the publicity that will spread from this room this evening is an important part of nudging. We are encouraging decision makers in the institutions of the European Union and its member states, so far still 28, to actually play with this new tool, this new toolbox. So I think that that's the first thing that I would say. The second thing I'm supposed to say is what were the criteria? And we do have, if there's a clicker, we have some slides. There we are. So we, as a jury, worked from these criteria, which expand somewhat on the Sunstein and Thaler initial framing that you just heard about. And the key issues that we discovered were the most difficult to discuss were evaluation, right at the end, because some of the competition was stronger on evaluation than others. And secondly, the freedom of choice issue, because in some cases, the freedom of choice was, let's say, curated because products were going onto the market, coming off the market. So it's not self-evident. We're not in a laboratory. But I would have to say that I think the jury, many of the members are here, thank you very much, colleagues. We had a lot of fun, and we didn't have so much difficulty identifying what we wanted to reward. But we would definitely, I think, have all said that everything else was really good as well. And we looked not only at the shortlisted, but also at the full range of other contestants in the field. So I think that nobody, this sounds like a school headmaster speech, right? Nobody should feel they failed. It's just that some have succeeded more than others. But I would like to end with the point I made at the beginning. This is extremely important in terms of the socialization of crucial new tools. Really, really important. You won't get better regulation unless this sort of alternative becomes really mainstream in the thinking not only of corporate actors, but also people in the European Commission and legislators, whether in the Council or the European Parliament. So it's extraordinarily important work, and I think I would say keep it up, be proud, and shout about it. Thank you very much.
Dove and Drilon, water savers.
Please come on stage.
The case scored high on all nudging for good criteria, in particular on the meaningfulness for sustainability and the nudge execution. Now, I have to add a word of my own, given that what I'm now mostly working on is circular economy. So when I was asked to hand out those, I said, well, can I pick a case for circularity? And I was told, well, there isn't really anything on circularity, so I want to end saying, well, I hope in 2 years' time, when the next awards will be given out, there will, in addition to sustainability and health and well-being, also be an excellence award for circularity. So thank you very much and congratulations again.
So, well, the Oscar thing is really new to me, so I probably look quite clumsy on stage. But anyway, I'm very excited and very proud we have won this award. First of all, because I think nudging for good, for sustainability is so awfully important. And I think this event really shows the acknowledgement of what needs to be done. And it makes me very proud. And I want to thank all the people involved in Water Savers, the people working on it on a daily basis in The Hague, all the partners, and also the kids who are involved, who really make it happen in the families.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I can feel the tension in the room rising because there's only one more sustainability award and there's still a number of all great proposals that were on the table. Do we have a drum roll? Okay, and the winner of the second Sustainability Award for Nudging for Good is Wrigley's. I'd first of all like to congratulate Wrigley's for what is really a very original contribution to reducing what is, for most of us, a sort of daily plague of litter in the streets. I have to say, as an NGO person, as an environmentalist, I was at first extremely skeptical about the whole idea of nudging for good, nudging for sustainability. I think this award, but also all of the other contestants that we've seen in the award booklet tonight, actually give us real evidence that actually nudging is not just a good idea, but actually we have evidence that it can actually make a meaningful difference in terms of sustainability. Wrigley's Bin It for Good is really a simple concept whereby litter bins are actually wrapped in plastic, which actually makes them look like charity collection pots. Wrigley's then offers a donation for the amount of litter that's put in the bin, and that quantity of litter is translated into an amount of money that goes to a local charity. So it reduces litter in the streets. It really helps local councils actually reduce their bills dramatically for litter collection. And of course, it supports local NGOs to do good work, which supports society in general. Although this was, a time-limited experiment, one of the things which the jury thought was really very strong about this particular award was actually its data collection. You could see in the before and after, the with and without, that this campaign actually makes a difference of reducing litter in the streets by 30 to 40% on average across the different places they tried it out in. Also, the jury thought, not only is this a great idea for litter in this place in this country where it was tried out in England, actually this is actually one of these ideas which both for litter can be scaled, but also as an idea is the sort of thing that could actually be transformed and used in other sectors as well. So we particularly like the possibility for scaling of this issue. So thanks very much for the great idea. Congratulations again to Wrigley's.
I didn't prepare a speech, but I just want to say how incredibly proud we are to receive this award. Alison and I have also been nominated for an award for this campaign before, and we didn't win. So it feels very nice to actually be on stage and to accept the award for a change. It's been a fantastic campaign. Thank you to
Not
all.
that she minded.
Yes. I'm very good at a gracious loser face as well. But no, thank you for the award. Thank you to everyone at Mars Wrigley for their support for this campaign, and critically to Keep Britain Tidy, who've been a fantastic partner. And I think it's really been the magic of the partnership that's delivered such a great behavioural change initiative. So thank you to the judges, and thank you again for recognising us in this regard. So thank you.
Thanks very much.
As I was saying, another exciting category is health and well-being. So you would argue that nothing more than health and well-being is in the hands of our consumers and brands and what they do with their products. Yet, it's also one of the topics that polarizes the most stakeholders. Some people want corporate engagement, some people think companies should stay out of it. So with this new set of examples, I hope we can inspire a new way of engaging in this space. So here are the nominees for health and well-being. Danone Fontvella, why not make drinking water something fun? Heineken, this one is on us. Johnson & Johnson, Mom Connect. L'Oréal, La Roche-Posay, my UV patch. More cheers. Nestlé Purina, Pets at Work. Savencia Fromage and Dairy, and Cara de Caprice. SCA, Colors Make Change. So again, we're going to have 2 awards, 2 presenters. The first one, which I would welcome back on stage, fittingly given the domain we are discussing here, is Eric Singer from BVA. Thank you, Eric. Right envelope.
I am very happy to be here again without any pressure. I think you have some pressure. So, the winner is Savencia for En Cas de Caprice.
Where is Savencia? Woo!
So, congratulations to Savencia for this great idea for creating a new brand with an inbuilt nudge for something which is very important, mindful eating. So your idea was about a portion control, how you can help and you can encourage your consumer to make better choice for them. So once again, congratulations. It was not only a new idea, but also a challenge for creating a packaging without using extra packaging. It is your idea, and congratulations for this.
Thank you. So thank you very much. We are of course very proud to receive this prize in the name of Savencia and the Caprice des Dieux team. Just a few words. This prize is really important for us, for Savencia Group, because some of you may know it, but the mission of the group is leading the way to better food. So, of course, it is nudge. The nudge is probably in our DNA. We didn't know that it was called nudge. Thanks to AIM, we know it now. So this is really important because nutrition, of course, is a major issue for us. And the second thing, we think that the company, it is the responsibility of the company as a corporate to achieve, to take a part, an important part in that field. And the other thing is that we will come back in our company with this prize, and it will really help us to encourage people, all our team, to fulfill this kind of approach in all their field. So thank you very much for that. And
Okay. So we have a second award, and I would like to welcome on stage a very special person. Is Catherine Recke from AIM. She deserves a special cheer because she kept the steering group working, focused, excited, and you actually have done a big part of the work. So.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. So for the second Health and Well-Being Award this evening, the winner is... Oh, it's the wrong envelope. No, it's not. La, 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 no. The winner is Heineken. This one is on us. Come up here. just a few words about why the jury decided to give this prize to Heineken. They think it's a really great case for promoting responsible drinking. With this program, Heineken is actually tackling barriers to water consumption during a night out, which is about availability of water, price sometimes of the water, friends' attitudes to when you drink water, and of course it's not always top of mind when you're surrounded by so many other exciting drinks. Now the nudge is very timely because it's happening at the very place where young people make their choices, it's parties. And by bundling the purchase of beer with the offer of a free glass, easy to refill with water for free, they encourage responsible drinking habits. Now, by designing the glass to fit on the bottle of beer, they facilitate social acceptance, and by offering water from a beer tap, they make drinking water cool and become a normal habit. Now, the nudge was very well received by consumers, slowing down their alcohol intake during those events that you organized. It strongly benefited the brand image, of course, and establishes Heineken as an ally in combating irresponsible drinking. Now, let's see whether clubs and bars will endorse the approach. Congratulations, Heineken.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katrin. Very cool to be here. For Heineken, enjoying responsibly is very important. We love our consumers to drink our beer and enjoy a great night out, but we also want them to have a great morning after. And therefore, we're sort of promoting them to drink a bit of water in between. And it has proven to have worked. So also for all of you tonight, be careful with all the alcohol and drink some water in between. I want to thank all the designers. We invited some young designers to work with us. I want to thank them all, and I also want to thank the jury for awarding this beautiful award. Thank you.
Main part of tonight, I would just like to do one thank you and acknowledgement. I mean, the evening may seem short and goes by very quickly. It takes a lot of preparation to prepare an evening like that, so I would like to thank the AIM team, especially Bernadette and Marie-Joy, for actually making this happen. 2 people, big dinner, and big awards because, so we have 2 awards left. Now one is the big one, which is the big winner, and the other one you'll wonder what that is. So that one is called Coup de Cœur. So it's the award that the jury couldn't really hold back. They needed to get it. There's no rationality, there's nothing, they needed to get it. Now, it's a bit more, there's more to it than this, so I would just, to give the Coup de Cœur award, I would like to welcome back on stage Robert Madeleine. Thank you.
So I said last time I was up here that actually it was easy, but it was only easy because the chairman was allowed a secret weapon. And the secret weapon was the Prix du Jury. And so, the secret weapon, the Coup de Cœur Award, goes to SCA OK Compressé. Music for the Coup du Cœur. So the jury selected this case out of several initiatives because for us it epitomizes the winning formula, how to help consumers switch to a more sustainable alternative. Because if we make more sustainable stuff and folk don't buy it, the world is not a better place. So reframing the category perceptions, de-biasing the classic behavioral barriers. If it's smaller, I'm losing something. And also building in, and this is something we like particularly, new motivational triggers around transport, storage, which are improved by a more compressed pack. So this, we had several cases of this sort of play. They all brought environmental benefits, but we thought that this one was most impressive because it preserved choice and because it created this mixture of small contributions to the behavioral change. So big round of applause for the coup de cœur du jury.
So thank you very much. I have to say that table number 3 was very lucky tonight, so thanks again. We have a great example from Unilever as well. So we are delighted in the name of SCA about that prize. Thank you very much for the recognition. A big thanks, obviously, for AIM and also BVA and obviously the jury as well. So thank you very much again. It has been a great journey for us. We know we are trying to push with a paper towel and trying to find new territories as well. It has been a big work with the team, and thanks again for that recognition. Thank you very much.
Okay, so here we are. I'm just going to put it here. So, to announce the winner of the Diamond Award, please welcome on stage Orion Brinkman, President of BEUC, European Consumer Organization, and Anna Maria Corazza Bildt, Member of the European Parliament.
As you can see, we are actually caring for the big elephant. And you can see the big elephant is nudging the small elephant. But for me, it's the other way around, because actually the consumers are bigger than the organizations. So next time we will take it the other way around. Yes, you should open it and read.
Are you ready? Are you ready? The Diamond Award winner is L'Oréal La Roche-Posay.
And with this, we say congratulations to L'Oréal La Roche-Posay for the wonderful initiative to help combat skin cancer. The jury was unanimous in its choice of the Diamond Award. Innovativeness, benefiting consumers, brands, and community health alike. The photosensitive UV patch proposed by La Roche-Posay is materializing the threat from UV radiation, nudging product use and preventive actions in a very smart way. Combined with an app, it delivers advice and reminders, helping change behavior. With a wide outreach, thanks to its zero cost and the true value for a giveaway, a great potential to analyze behavioral data for the wearable skin patch combined with an app. We are pleased to hand over this Diamond Award for the best nudge to L'Oréal La Roche-Posay team.
Thank you.
And I think before you make a statement, we have a video.
It's my turn. So thank you to all of you. It's really a great honor for us because yes, La Roche-Posay is committed to fight skin cancer. It's not something new. We have been fighting against skin cancer for more than 30 decades now through our products, but especially through the education, promoting education on how to play safe under the sun, in offering free mole screenings for the people, because skin cancer is still increasing all around the world, especially in Western countries. And we know how we can fit it. We have to check on a regular basis our beauty spot. It's beauty, but it's not only about beauty. And we have to act properly under the sun. And it has been a long time that a lot of companies are doing so, and we were thinking, how can we go further? How can technology help us in nudging people? And thanks to L'Oréal Technology Incubator, they came with this great idea. This little patch works with an app, and it will tell to the people, it will measure the UVA and UVB that you get during the day. And at the end of the day, it will regularly tells you that you have to reapply sunscreen, that you have maybe to stay under the shade, and the results are there. You can wear this patch for 3 days. You can swim, as you should have seen in the video. You can take your shower, you can do within the water, you can reapply the sunscreen on it. And after 3 days, 63% of the people had less sunburn, which is really great, because if you have 5 sunburns before the age of 20, you have 80% more chance of getting a skin cancer. So this is our aim, is really to fight. And I'm sorry I don't have enough patches for all of you here, but you should find them this summer in your countries through pharmacies, dermatologists, and on digital. Thank you again. Thank you.
So now Anna Maria will provide us with her view about nudging from a MEP perspective.
Thanks. For the first, I think this jury is great because the majority of winners were women. There was a few men on the stage, but it's still, again, confirmation that women are a factor of positive change. Congratulations. I also feel very excited to be here tonight. It's truly an achievement. I see many of my dear colleagues, many of the people that I've been working with over the years in IEM, in Food and Drink Europe, Eurocommerce, and all the industry. And Alain, I really would like to pay tribute to you. I remember when you came for lunch in the European Parliament a few years ago, you were so excited. You told me, we have this nudge idea. We want to make it. You explained to me your concept, your vision. And tonight, it's the achievement of what you talked to me a few years ago. And at the beginning, I had to look, what is the nudge? I went to look at the dictionary. I didn't even know what it was. You had it all already packed. And it's really amazing that you have achieved so much. You turned the NGOs that were most screaming against you. You turned the parliamentarians that were most screaming against you in your strong supporters, because you have delivered responsibility, at least in this. And I think it's important, as much as we, I say joking, we push you to recognize the achievements. And definitely what we've seen tonight, it's an amazing joining forces for health, for the planet, as a policymaker, but also as a mother, as a citizen. I really think it's important that we commit ourselves. And I am against red lights. Those in this room that have been working for the years on the food labeling legislation together and the information for consumers, I see something here nodding. We have achieved a lot in empowering consumers to make free choices with visible, readable, correct, front pack information, etc., etc. I do not need to explain to you who are the experts. And for me, it's important to give information to empower consumers to make choices, to choose the best diet. We are different. There is no one size fits all. Some people move more, other people have weight more or less. And I was always been against top-down, deciding on managing people's health and life. But also there is confusion. And I think what you have succeeded with the nudge is that you have met a genuine, authentic demand in the people to make healthy and sustainable choices when they consume. And I think that the nudge is just the right way to guide and give a hint without really pressing. I am worried about what I hear is happening now with the key industry, bringing back to the table the red lights. Red lights is not information. Red lights is playing on emotions. We have not enough populists in Europe playing with emotions on everything. Leave food out of populism, please. We need science, we need data, we need to empower consumer choice, as I did 4 times. But the red light is scaring people away from food. I'm sorry, I know that you have it in Great Britain, but that's why we had all the studies that said that it was not appropriate at the time when the legislator decided not to do it and have it done harmonized as European law. It would have been much better than having a bunch of industry that will drive everybody else to do it, because that's fragmentation. The voluntary way of doing it will leave others outside. It will be even more confusing for the consumers. I just would like to say at the end, my appeal tonight, I promise that I'm not going to talk more, is children. I'm also chairing the intergroup on children's rights in the European Parliament, and that's my appeal to you. Advertising is great, of course. It's the backbone of our competitive economy. But advertising which is aggressive and intrusive against children, that drag parents on a Friday evening to buy something that they would not buy otherwise, is not the way we would like to see advertising. And there's 20% of our kids that are overweight. Obesity, diabetes, you know it better than us, are very much linked to what our kids eat. Please, make a nudge on having kids to eat spinach. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My great pleasure as incoming president to end the evening and to say a few thank yous and nudge people into the right direction. I think we had an unbelievably great evening tonight. For a first award dinner, this is really, really great, with so many great winners and so many great successes and so many great examples. And what is even better to see, although Robert talked about winners and losers, and there are really no losers, but it feels good to have 2 presidents, the incoming president and the outgoing presidents, to be winners. So don't feel bad about that, because, you know, you can either win an award by either putting a lot of entries in or becoming an incoming and outgoing president. So this is really a key for success. So if you want to be a winner in the next years, that is the success story. But it's really great to see so many examples and so many people participating in this event. But it's to me, therefore, to thank a few people. Well, first and foremost, is to thank Francesco. How you pulled this evening together and really added energy, enthusiasm, and pulled the people together, and humor. And I saw you even dance on occasions to really get the band going. I think the Oscars need to look at you as the future man. Thank you. And of course, we have our jury. And then I really think that the eloquence of an ex-DG of one of the important departments, really being the head of our jury. Robert, I think you did a really outstanding job pulling all those entries together, giving your personal touch to this one, being above any corruption or bribery, which you reinforced again here tonight. But you and your jury, really well done, a great job. Thank you very, very much. Oriane and Annemarie, thank you very much for giving this great final award and your passionate speech. I think it's always great to see both of you passionate about consumers, about brands, about sustainability, and being here tonight, giving your support to these awards and really giving more credibility and weight, and giving, of course, L'Oréal the final award. Thank you very much for being here and sponsoring this event as well. So thank you very much. Then above all, it's all about the winners. And what we would really like to do is invite all the winners up tonight and get one big group picture with all the winners and all the judges that are here, Robert. So get your team together and we get everyone on stage and we do a group picture, Alain. And the finalists, all the finalists. So let's maybe we do it in 2 goes. We get all the winners, and then we get all the finalists. We get the photographer to do this quickly. So let's get all the winners within 30 seconds on stage without any accidents, please. Thank you. Okay, guys, come on, let's just... Pulling this whole venue together, putting this classy event on is really a really great achievement, and it is a great testament to the professionalism of the AIM team, with great understanding of communication, with great understanding of how we get this to market to nudge our environment, our consumers to the right place. So we're going to create this really as a big kickoff to create this nudge movement and get that further with our partners, with other associations, with NGOs, with our customers, and take it up to a new level. And that's what we're going to discuss the board. We're going to ask the team of Nudge, the steering committee tomorrow morning, how we can take this up another level and really think about how we can drive sustainability and nutrition for a better Europe. And we need trusted and strong brands for that. So thank you very much for a great evening. Thank you very much for the organizing committee. As Heineken would say, get home safe, don't drink and drive. Thank you very much for this evening.